another day in Bronie's world. And at Bronie's desk today, I have an absolutely amazing lady, a special guest, because just recently, or last month, in fact, our company acquired this other company to join forces with us. So adding another shop to Bronie's online shopping mall, or your online shopping mall if you have one, and it's called Lifeforce. So I have asked one of our leading Lifeforce ladies in Melbourne to come and share a little bit with us. But before she talks about Lifeforce, I would love our dear friend Christine Olsen. Hopefully I said that right. Yes. Hello. What happened?
Hi.
And just give us a little background on yourself.
Yes, certainly. I've been with Lifeforce for 25 years. I joined in January 1999 when Krista and Michael, who you'll no doubt find out about, brought Lifeforce to Australasia. But before that, I was an industrial engineer for 30 years at least. And I joined Lifeforce and I grew my business in Western Australia. And then I moved to Melbourne in 2005, and I've been here ever since. And I have a team that are in every country that we were in except Singapore. So that's America, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. And we also delivered to all the Pacific Islands and all of Asia as well. But so now with longevity, so I've got some more new countries, which is great.
It is.
And well, Lifeforce, for my personal story with Lifeforce is a company that believes in liquid products and real food. So our flagship product is Body Balance, and that is a drink made of 10 plants. But I'll go back a little bit. When Lifeforce first started, we were across the road from Mr. Wallach, Dr. Wallach. And our founder, Wayne Hillman, was a very good friend of Dr. Wallach's, and they have exactly the same principles about health, that what you need in your body is minerals and real food. So Wayne Hillman, little backstory, which is worth remembering, had a wife who they had 3 young children, and she got what we would now call chronic fatigue. But at the time, they had no idea what it was. She just lost all her energy. She just couldn't get up and do stuff. And you'll have known people with chronic fatigue since then. And he had learned about sea vegetables from being a medical technician in a hospital. So he got together with some medical technicians and herbal people, and they put together Body Balance. 9 sea vegetables, 3 red, 3 green, 3 brown, and aloe vera. And they added a little bit of organic honey for the enzymes so that your body could process this wonderful food, and a tiny bit of black cherry so that it was drinkable. It's very important to be drinkable.
Yes, exactly. If it doesn't taste good, people struggle.
Yeah, that's right. So they began in their garage, and they, first of all, for the first several years, they went to doctors. And the company was called Dr. Signature at that time. And they struggled because doctors are into medicine. They don't learn anything about nutrition. They still don't. And but then he found a doctor, name's going to come back to me in just a moment. And he said, he always called them you kids. He said, you kids are really onto something here. And he put Body Balance in his practice. And he had, in the end, 2,000 doctors recommending Body Balance to people. But after a few years, he realized that you didn't have to be a doctor to prescribe food. And they changed the network marketing. And it's just grown and grown since then. So we do have a range of other products, but Body Balance is the flagship and is the biggest product mover by far. It's a simple drink, one drink once a day, you're done. You get 120 nutrients in a whole food form. Your body knows what to do with food, and it processes it and absorbs it. It's in your mouth, absorbed through the mucous membranes in your mouth and through your digestive system. It's in your bloodstream in 6 minutes and your cells in 20. So some people get an instant response in 20 minutes, but most people don't. And it's probably people in longevity who have also been looking after their health well for quite a number of years will find that the long-term effects are very good. It comes in the big bottles. You might be able to see behind me, I've got a wine rack. It's not got any wine in it. I don't drink alcohol, but I drink Body Balance. And we also have these little sample bottles, which are great. That's a daily serving, 120 mils. You can put it in your handbag. You can take it anywhere, and you can drink it at any time. Cheers.
Wow, that's a good idea, isn't it?
And these come in packs of 24, so they're also great for sampling if you're into that. So
I find people want samples, don't they?
Yes, and so we have this pack of 24 bottles as a sample box, and you can use that yourself or share it with others. But how does Body Balance work? Well, it's really simple. And I'll put you to a picture you've probably had in your life at some time, and that's cravings. Why do we have cravings? Why do pregnant women crave sardines in the middle of the night?
Yes.
Well, there's a very simple reason for that. Whatever you're craving, it isn't that you're craving, it's something that's in it. So your body says, Bronie, I need selenium or zinc or something. We'll say zinc. Yeah. And I know Bronie's habits, and she gets zinc from X. I don't know what X is. It doesn't matter. And so the body sends your brain a message, said, Bronie, go get me that. And if you're obedient, you'll go get that. And it isn't that the body wants. It's the one thing that's in it that's missing in your body right now. And so when people get Body Balance, the cravings go away. It's hilarious. We have so many people who've been addicted to chocolate because dark chocolate particularly has a lot of good things in it. And I have, we just recently had another one with several stories in our line. This man in Wanganui used to sit down every night and eat 2 full family blocks of chocolate.
Oh my goodness.
Now,
I'm a chocoholic, but that would make me sick.
I know the cost alone. But after getting onto Body Balance, he doesn't eat chocolate at all. So the cost of the Body Balance has been completely covered by the chocolate that he now does not eat. And we've had lots of people have that same response with chocolate or various other things that they crave. And what we find, just using chocolate as an example, is that whereas you had to eat a whole block or a great big pile of it to be happy, 2 squares is enough. And that's really interesting. Yeah. So Body Balance will give your body 120 nutrients, all the vitamins. So A, B1, B2, B3, B6, B9, B12. It will give you C, D, E, F, G, H, and K. And if you're trying to get those somewhere else, you have to go to a whole lot of different places. But here, it's all in Body Balance, just one drink. And then there's all the rest of the 120, which are minerals and enzymes and amino acids. So the mineral content is huge. And what they discovered when they were researching it was that in Japan, you probably know this, the Japanese people live to a very old age. In fact, there's a joke, well, sort of a joke, that they have gentlemen living over 100 still fathering children, but we won't go there. And it's
I believe that's true.
Sea vegetables. So in sea vegetables, and our sea vegetables are harvested wild between Greenland and Canada. And if you think of your geography, that's one of the most pristine, pure oceans in the world. And on both sides, they have glaciers crumbling up brand new rock and tipping it into the ocean. So fresh minerals, the sea vegetables take them up. They're harvested once a year, freeze-dried on the ship, brought back to the factory, and blended in a blender just like you'd blend in your blender on your kitchen sink. I mean, it's just a tad bigger, like 2 stories high blender. And in goes the aloe vera, and this tiny bit of honey and a little bit of black cherry. So it really is a one-stop shop. One drink once a day, you've got every vitamin, mineral your body needs. So what happens to people when they take Body Balance? Well, some, if they're very depleted or they have a deficiency, and the statistics are very clear, most people who eat an ordinary diet are minerally deficient. So it immediately replaces those minerals. And some minerals are in a big quantity and some are in tiny quantities, depending on what body needs. What bodies need, not your body, bodies in general. And your body will need some of them. So your body's very smart, and it will know, even though you don't, if, for example, your liver's not working. Now, if your liver wasn't working perfectly, but it was sort of okay, would you know?
No.
You wouldn't have a clue. Or your kidneys, but your body knows, and your body might say, Bronie, I'm making this up, of course, you're much healthier than this. Your liver's not quite up to scratch. I'll focus on your liver first, and you won't notice any difference. But if it's your energy that's low, or you've got pain in your joints, or you get migraines, these things will go away. And we are hardwired. This is so interesting. We are hardwired to forget the bad stuff. And I've had more than one person, several people who've been, I remember one lady was hospitalized 3 times a year with migraines. And after a month on taking Body Balance, she said, I haven't noticed any difference. And I said, what about the migraine? And she said, oh, yeah, I used to get migraines. So funny. But it's a very good thing that we're hardwired to forget. And you'll know the joke, no woman would have a second child if she could remember with clarity having the first.
Exactly.
And I seem to have a 5-second delay between what I'm saying and what you're seeing, but we won't just cope with that.
Well, that's all right, because my screen has just gone completely black. I cannot see a thing. I can hear everything.
I can see you.
When it comes to ending this recording, I won't be able to do that either.
Anyway,
it's okay.
Body Balance is simple. It's real food. It's very readily absorbed and digested by your body. It doesn't have to go through the digestive tract. It's absorbed through the mucous membranes in your mouth and your stomach. And it really is simple. One drink once a day makes a difference. If you're recommending it to people who are not well, I mean, seriously not well, then it's good to start with just 30 mils and work up, 30 mils for 4 days, then go to 60 mils for 4 days. And also very elderly people who might have a compromised digestive system. But over time, people get well. The chronic fatigue is the classic. And we cannot say on this or any other call that we can guarantee any results. We can just share our experiences with other people and their results. So please make a note of this website. It's called liquidstories.com. Liquidstories.com. And on that, you will find literally hundreds of testimonials. It's got a menu on the right-hand side where you can put in an ailment, whatever it might be, high blood pressure, chronic fatigue, cystic fibrosis, whatever, the whole range from small things to big things. And you'll find testimonials there written with the person's name, etc. And they call it, they don't call it Body Balance because that would be advertising. They call it the sea vegetable drink or something anyway, but it's Body Balance. So,
well, that's right. They can come and ask you what it is.
Well, it's what it is because you sent them there. And so many stories, so many help, and so simple. People can manage 1 drink a day. And we do have a range of other products as well. And you just mentioned activated charcoal. We have products for digestion. We have products for weight reduction. We have our second biggest product is called OsteoProCare. And that is a formulated product All the naturopaths that we've taken it to said it's the best formulation they've ever seen. It's got calcium orotate, not calcium carbonate, and it has got all the minerals that you need to absorb calcium. You can't absorb calcium by itself. It has to have the cofactors, and the cofactors are all there in OsteoProCare, and it is also a liquid. 2 tablespoons once a day will really help your bone and joint strength. So how are we going for time?
We're going good. So can I just back to the body balance?
Yes.
So how much of that would you recommend?
For a person who's well, 120 mils, which is this bottle, the picture, and it comes in litre bottles. So a litre bottle will last you a week, and it comes in a 4-pack. And just so we know, in Australia and New Zealand, the prices in New Zealand and Australia are slightly different, but the Australian price is $165, including shipping and GST, delivered to your door. So
Oh, wow.
It's very affordable. It works out about $5.50 or $5.60 a day, which I always say is better than the price of a cup of coffee, and maybe a teeny tiny bit better for you than coffee. Tiny bit.
Yeah, depending on what size coffee you get,
I don't think so. Anyway, that is the quantities. But if you're not well, then double that. And if you're really not well, you can take more. You cannot overdose on body balance. So you can drink as much as you like. And we also have some programs which help you get really well from being really sick by gradually increasing the amount over time and then going back down again when you're well. But 120 mils is a great place to start with a 4-pack. And you can also get an 8-pack of Body Balance, which is the 240 mils a day.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Sounds like it would be especially a great alternative for those who struggle with some of the tastes that we have in longevity. And people do.
We have the same. People struggle with pills and capsules, but drinking, we all drink and find it easy. And it's drinkable. I've done a lot of shows, booths at shows, and it's my first question with the sample. Is it drinkable? Doesn't have to be delicious, just has to be drinkable. And it's very drinkable.
Awesome.
So,
I don't know what was going on with my laptop, but for the whole of that, I could not see you, and it's finally just dropped itself back in. I go, beauty.
So, Craig, do you have any questions?
Grant, you mean?
Sorry, I apologize.
You're talking to me? Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. Does it go on weight? We all our products go on weight, so it's basically bigger person, smaller person, bigger.
It doesn't really matter, actually, Grant.
Okay. All right.
120 mils seems to work. It's about the minerals. Really, there are many studies showing that all the world really is mineral deficient. And in Australia, we're particularly mineral deficient. We don't have any selenium in our soil, so how can it be in our food? And there's a lot of other minerals that are missing. And now our fruit and vegetables, unfortunately, have been grown on the same soil over and over and over. They put 3 minerals back.
NPK.
NPK, and that's all. And we need a whole lot more than NPK.
We certainly do.
And so 120 nutrients is a lot. And some of them are in big supply, like magnesium and zinc, and others are in very small, but they're in the proportions that you need. And this has come naturally from the sea vegetables. It's not been formulated. It's not been made up. It's just 9 sea vegetables and aloe vera. So real, so simple, and so effective.
So where do your minerals come from?
They come from the sea vegetables. Naturally.
Sea vegetable.
In the sea, 9 sea vegetables, 3 red, 3 brown, and 3 green. And you can look them up on the Lifeforce pages that they've just put out on your app, your Y2Go app. Tracy has just loaded all the pages of information about the product, so you can go and have a look there. But the sea vegetables are naturally occurring, and that's why Japanese people don't have nearly the problem with heart disease that we do, because 25% of their diet is sea vegetables.
Because the sea's got the full mix.
Yes, it has.
Sea's got the full mix of minerals. Yeah,
exactly. Yes, and the other thing is that seawater and our blood serum, mineral for mineral, almost identical. So when we eat vegetables from the sea, it's harmonious. It's not.
Well, we came from the sea.
This or not enough of that. It's the right balance. And
well,
that's
we came from the sea.
Body balance. Balances your body. It's balanced with your blood. It's so easy, so simple. And for my personal story, now we're getting to the end, I started taking this when I was 53. And you women will align with this. And I was in menopause. It was not fun. Hot flushes, brain fog, bloating. And I also had a unique and nasty symptom of feeling like I had ants running under my skin. It was not fun. And after about 6 weeks, it all gone away, never came back. And we have literally hundreds of menopause stories, exactly that. So any woman you know who's in their mid-40s, they're heading straight down the menopause path, perimenopause, menopause will go away. None of that stuff that the doctors want you to take. No. And that, if that was the only thing it did, that would be huge enough. But it's I saw someone in the chat asking about children.
Yes.
Children, we have a formula which I'm going to try and remember, 40 mils for 10 kilos, I think. Anyway, you just crank it down. But children are hilarious. Little children especially. You give them a sip of Body Balance, in a little shot glass or something. And then they go, give me more. And they come to people's houses and they go straight to the fridge and give me Body Balance. It is so funny to watch them. And children are instinctive. They're not like us, who've been overloaded with learning and stuff to change that. They're instinctive. They know it's good for them and they just go for it. I remember being at a show in Omarama. I don't even know where that is.
Oh.
In Central Otago, and this lady had a little baby, perhaps not even a year old, on their shoulder. And I said, oh, would you like to try it? And they said, no. I said, it's just food. And this kid took it and got this funny look and then said more. It was so funny. So children know. Your children know. And it's up for us to adults. We have to learn, but they know.
And Harry was also asking about women's hormones. How does it help?
It's very balancing for that. So menopause is the classic example, but also cramps, menstrual cycle pains, they all go away. Maybe not the first cycle. It might take a while. It's food. It's not medicine. It's just food. And your body will do with it what it needs. And like I said at the beginning, if your body knows that you're making this up, your liver's not quite right, it might fix that first. You want energy, but if your body says, sorry, mate, you got to wait. I got to fix the liver first.
Yes, because the liver filters, is our filter of our body.
I'm just using that as an example. It might go to your heart. It might. The other thing that's very important to know is that your brain doesn't work well without minerals. Your brain is an electrochemical organ and it needs minerals for those synapses to fire. So people at the other end of life with dementia, it's not a cure, but it does make a big difference. People get more cognitive, more able, less violent because they're not so frustrated. So it doesn't matter whether you're brand new baby and that's okay for them, and to 95. I had a gentleman in Perth who had a hip operation, and he was 96, I think, and he was a gardener, and he'd given up gardening. He'd just sitting, and within a week on Body Balance, he was back in the garden.
Oh wow.
And we've had loads like that. I could tell you stories for days and days, but go to Liquid Stories and you'll be able to read them for yourself.
Awesome. So does anyone else have any questions for Christine while we're here? I see we have my beautiful friend Tony from the USA, and Dr. Lisa Singleton is also from the USA with us, and Kevin Grundy from New Zealand. So I'm sure you all have a question. Just if you can unmute yourself, that'd be awesome. If you want to ask a question. I know you do, Tony. Kevin, my man.
Thanks for all of that. Very enlightening. I'm sure your story resonates to most of the Longevity family, since we are a mineral-based company. So understanding the importance of minerals is fundamental to our beliefs. And I certainly see, it's a great new partner to our Longevity arsenal. I've always talked about seaweeds. We have quite a few products with seaweeds in it. The magic ingredient, of course, being one of the frucordians, and of course, this product has quite a lot of frucordian in it.
It does, yes.
And so it's a great one. When I talk about digestion, I'm always going on about digestion, aren't I? And aloe vera is a great product for the digestion, and it's a shame that over these years Longevity have never had a great aloe vera product. They know it's a great product. When I go to conferences, we talk things. I'm a medical herbalist, so we talk stuff. They know, but we just never had a great product.
Now you have.
Now we have. Yeah, okay.
And I'm glad you brought up the digestion one, because the other big, well, there are so many big things we've helped with, but the one that is all those bowel issues get fixed. Not tomorrow. It's not a tomorrow product. It's a time, you need your body to take it in, use for what it's, but all those irritable bowel, all those bowel issues that people have, they do get better, and they get better completely. And so that's huge. So all the digestive issues really, really helped by Body Balance.
Yeah, and of course, dealing with the digestion, and then what else is it working with? It works very well with the liver, and of course, when we're dealing with the liver, it's also working really well with the thyroid.
Yeah,
it's awesome food for the thyroid, and we know that that's some of the, those are the senior glands that look after our body, and so we can look after the seniors, then everything else falls into place underneath. So yeah, I'm always for looking after our thyroid, looking after our hypothalamus, and those are important glands, and they're all looked after by how well our hormones are, and they're all produced by how well our liver is working. Of course, now our liver is all based on how our digestion's working. So it's all that little trail. So
and just so that you know, I'm 78 and I've been taking Body Balance for 25 years, and I'm still a competitive ballroom dancer.
Oh, that's wonderful.
The other thing is, it's nice to have another osteo into the family.
Yes, it's a very good point.
Even though I'd still, the Beyond Osteo is going to take some beating. It does cover a lot, but it's just nice to have another osteo in the midst, because the only other really calciums we've had are capsule based, and I like liquids. They get into the system much faster.
Yeah.
So.
I think you'll all be very, very, very pleased to have the Lifeforce group of products available to yourselves and to your people, because they really make a significant difference. We have several other products, but I'm just going to talk about our main product, Body Balance, and a little about osteo today. But the other products are also very good. We have Tahibo and Colloidal Silver, which are both liquids, which is for an immune system. We have Vitali C, which is a powder, which has got zinc and a few other good things in it, quercetin. And we also have a product called Vital Start, which is a powder which makes a drink, which is heart health product. So there's a few very good things there. It's a small range, but it's a very good range.
Mm. So I was saying earlier, I think probably before I press record, that I have ordered for myself the activated charcoal because it's something I've heard about for years and have not been able to find it. So I thought, oh, I'm going to get that. I believe it's probably one of those things that everyone should have in their first aid kits per se.
You were talking about the liver and getting rid of toxins. Activated charcoal is wonderful because it will pick up any other toxins in your body. And a lot of people, I don't know where you are, but in Melbourne, we've had a lot of people with chesty coughs. And, you know, it's very simple. Why do we cough? We cough to get rid of toxins that your body, the many other toxin removing systems your body has not been able to cope with. And once you take the activated charcoal, you'll find that that will reduce significantly. But it also, we say, you know, if you've eaten too much or it's Christmas or birthday, you've had far too much sweet stuff, activated charcoal. But also people are recommending, because of the toxins in the environment now. I mean, I live in Toorak and I have to wave to people just to get out my drive because the traffic is non-stop. And so just breathing in the air, you're taking in toxins without knowing. And activated charcoal will really help that. It's 1 teaspoon, put it in your mouth, take a glass of water, swallow it down, works like a dream.
Does it, and I'm just going off the fact I heard someone mention this a while back, that when they got food poisoning, they took activated.
That's what they give you in hospital. Yes. You go there with toxic stomach from whatever you had, food poisoning, they give you activated charcoal.
Yes, well, I just wanted to get that out there. Because it's for that reason alone, right? It's good to have it sitting in.
It's a good piece of your first aid kit with Tahibo, Body Balance, and colloidal silver. And Tahibo is very good for your skin. I've been spraying it on my face every day, twice a day for 25 years.
There you go. That's why you look 21.
Well, thank you.
Well, maybe not 21, but you know, much younger than 78. Did you say you were?
Yes, 78. I'll be 80 next year. I can't believe it myself.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Anyway, next year.
Just another question.
You still haven't had your birthday this year yet.
It's nearly my birthday.
It's another question on your bottles there.
Yes.
So they come in, obviously you're that travel pack you're talking about. That's one serving, isn't it?
Yes. If you see the wine rack in the back, there, in the back of my picture, it's full of body balance.
Plant on top.
Okay. And so versus the sticks. So
the powder is exactly the same. They freeze dried the body balance. They make the body balance, then freeze dry it, and they add a little baking soda so it will dissolve, but it's exactly the same product.
Okay. And in your experience, what was the most popular?
Oh, the liquid. But the powder is very popular if you're traveling. And you can mix it up. It's also very good for jet lag. If you drink Body Balance on your trip, if you're going to America or somewhere, those big long flights, you'll arrive with no jet lag. Endless stories, I can tell you.
So that it's when you're flying international, the powder would be the best.
The powder's the best, yes. And you can take as much as you like because it weighs nothing.
So do anyone else? Tony, you've unmuted, so would you like to ask a question?
Yes, I have, they follow my liver, the thyroid, the digestive system, the energy level, and is all of that really addressed by the one product, Body Balance, or you take different?
No, just Body
different
Balance.
Products, just the Body Balance. Yeah, I want to try it. As soon as the company came into Youngevity, I was like, oh, this sounds great. And so when I saw that you were going to be on tonight, I said, okay, we gotta listen. Unfortunately, I was a couple minutes late, which
That's
is
all right.
kind of far from my course, but I I am looking forward to finding out more about the product and using it. So, and promoting it.
There's a
So,
page on your app now about body balance. So
okay.
you can look that up now.
Well,
Okay.
they certainly are here down under anyway. They've just been added. So I'm guessing they've been added for the US as well.
Oh, I'm sure they will. I mean, body balance started in the US. It's huge in the US. I've got clients there. It's been great.
I don't see it in the app, but I do see it on the website. So
yes. Well, it's just been
Their
loaded to the app.
their
so,
office is across the road from ours.
Yes, they were for many years.
Yeah. I like the fact that we've also, and other than getting a great product, we've also inherited the packaging company, and that's going to revolutionize a lot of our other longevity products.
Oh, great.
So yeah, watch for that space. And sampling, you know, the beautiful part about packets is that you can just give a sample to somebody. Likewise with the single serve body balance, you can just give them a drink.
Sample because it's a liquid.
Yeah.
And
look, it's a great marketing tool. You know, we did it in the early days, and you've heard many stories of the same thing. You know, if you want to help somebody on their way and you want to get them as a client, give them a bottle and don't charge them for it. And ask them if they feel any better, then they can come and buy another one off you.
Oh, I'll never be a shop. I refuse to be a shop. But these are great. The little sample bottle says you've got a 5-second delay there. Yeah, these are great because when it comes to liquids, people want to know what it tastes like. And the question to ask is it drinkable? Don't say, do you like it? Or does it taste good? Just say, is it drinkable? Because they're only going to drink 120 mils. And it's perfectly drinkable. In fact, lots of people think it's delicious. Oh, and here's a tip. When you're marketing it, some people will find that they don't like the taste. And that usually means they're very acid. But once they drink it, that acidity will go away and then it will taste great. So that's a piece straight up. If someone says, oh, that's a bit bitter or a bit acid, you say, that's great. That means your body's very acid. You really need this because it will make your body alkaline.
How do you use it for animals, Christine?
It's great for animals. Good question, Grant.
No, that was Harry.
Oh, Harry. Well, it said Grant on the thing. Never mind. Oh, hi, Harry. Yes, so cats, dogs. I'll tell you a dog story. Simon's dog had an abscess on the side of his body. He was deaf and could hardly run anymore. After being on body balance and just 30 mils over the dry food, they're not very taken to it if you put it in their water, but you put over the dry food. Within a month, she was running after the bike, could hear, and the abscesses shrunk by half.
Wow.
Lots and lots of animal stories. Simple.
And is that Magnus with you there, Harry?
It's back to you.
Hi.
Hi. Lovely to see you.
Yeah.
good to see you.
You would love body balance. I have several people in my team who are in their 90s, still going strong, been on body balance for a few years, and it's amazing.
Yeah. Christine, just an personal question.
Yes.
I'll share first. I was selling spirulina. I still share spirulina, right?
Hi.
And in my lifetime, I've moved 25,000 bottles. Do you know how many bottles you might have moved of body balance in your career?
Oh, I couldn't count. I've got hundreds in my team, and and I've been doing it for 25 years. So
yeah, I'm so happy that we've got a seafood product which is now joined. You know, it's just fantastic. It's a gift from the Lord. You know,
I know.
It's God's gift to man.
Not just one or two, but 9 sea vegetables.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it is. Honestly, it's the best thing on earth. True with our products. Yeah, true.
Right.
Anyway,
So
thanks so much.
Anybody else have
grandson
any
here.
questions? It's also very good if your throat dries up because you've been talking too much.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Harry.
Thank you so much.
Just
All right.
gargle with it. Aloe vera, come on.
Yeah, that's really awesome. So does anyone else have any other questions before we end the call today?
No, but I'd like to just add that the sachets are the best way to share the message. I know that the bottles taste well, but add water and you got the same thing. But just compliance, I ship samples out every single day. Nothing goes out of my office without a sample. Okay, it's just a golden rule I've had in marketing for a long, long time. Nothing goes out without my details and a sample. And it's paid dividends to me. So those sachets is a game changer. And if I can start sending Body Balance out in sachets, because I know that the importance of, especially in the, in the elderly environment, they're just so under neutralized. It's just a simple way of getting stuff, and yeah.
And the
It'll
environment
be
is
nice
good.
once we start to get the Beyond Tangy Tangerine over here in the sachets. I import the sachets out of America, the Beyond Tangies, but be nice if New Zealand had their own version.
And
of
we
it.
have our Vitali C sachet, our Vital Start sachet, and soon we'll have Izing, which will be wonderful. That's
Yeah,
it.
so tell me what 2 seconds on the Izing. I do have it in front of me. A lemony flavor. It's not on the price list
It's
yet.
not,
Is that
not yet,
because
no, that it's made in Australia, so it has
Right.
to be shipped to New Zealand to be shipped back to Australia.
okay? So that's just all in the process. That's just a timing thing.
Yeah, it's a timing thing. You'll get
Yeah.
Izing.
So guys, I'd just like to add to that. It's another nice additive. It's a lemony flavor. We have no lemon flavors in our arsenal. Most of ours are citrus based. So it was just really nice to taste this and have a citrus flavor. Because quite frankly, I'm over a little bit of these orange flavors. Thanks.
Well,
Thank you.
Izing is very, very good to pick you up. It's
Yeah.
Garawana, ginseng, and yerba mate. It's all plants,
Yeah.
and it will really wake up your brain when you've worn it out by too much whatever.
Yeah, no, that's going to be great. That gives us because in the beginning I had 1 energy drink, then 2, then 3. This I think gives us 4 pure energy drinks now. So, and when you go to market, it's just nice to have something to suit the customer rather than we try and make the product suit the customer. You know what I mean? You'll like this because rather than we'll have one that you'll like.
Yes,
Yeah.
no, and Izing really helps your brain. If you get in that sort of 2 o'clock in the afternoon and you've still got heaps of concentrated work to do, take Izing. The other thing Izing is very good at driving. So if you put Izing in a water bottle, dilute it down because you can dilute it what you like, and just sip it while you're driving, you'll stay focused. We have people driving for 9 hours and they get there, still their brain is fresh. It's huge.
And that's important.
And another thing here, look, it's not in everybody's budget. It's quite expensive, but I've tasted it and I've tasted it diluted, and people can do one of those bottles over 2 days. Make it work for them. They're better to have some than nothing at all. Oh, it's too dear, and don't buy it. Rather than, hey, buy it, but then stretch it out. Just dilute it a bit more. Yes, it's a bit thinner, but you're going to get that goodness from the beginning.
And that's a good question about Body Balance. People say it's expensive, but what people find is they eat 25% less food. Now the body has got all the minerals and vitamins that it needs.
Yeah.
It's stopped asking food. I only eat 2 meals a day, and they're both small.
Yeah.
And I have 240 meals of Body Balance. It's
similar story. That's a similar story, and it's all about getting the body back into balance, and that's probably why I really like the name Body Balance.
Yeah.
Now I think Darlene from the USA has a question.
Darlene.
Darlene?
Yeah, yes, I just ordered some and got it in a few days ago. Now, I don't like anything that is fishy or anything, and I say that it doesn't. I guess is it from the ocean?
It's all plants.
Yes.
There's 9.
Yeah, so I didn't think it was fish, but so that's why I say it's kind of weird.
Products in
No,
it.
but there is a seaweed flavor to it.
Yeah, right.
It's got
So
black cherry,
my question, I guess,
stevia in it. It's got black cherry and honey.
Yeah, but it doesn't have any
Yeah.
fishy, no fishiness whatsoever.
None at all.
If you like,
Well, okay.
if you like sushi, if you like,
Darlene, ask away.
Right. So my question is, can you put it with something
If you want to,
else to make
you
it,
want to,
you know, I
of
mean,
course.
because I really want to try this and you know, I mean, I've been in longevity for 12 years now, and anything that new that comes in, I really like the True Boost, and the thing I love about the True Boost is that there's no caffeine in it.
No.
Mm.
And the body balance, some people dilute it with water. If the flavor is too strong, just water it down. You know.
Okay.
And we're in winter here. I know you're in summer over there, lucky ducks. And I put hot water in mine, just a dash of hot water in the top to heat it up, so I'm not drinking something cold. Also, no, it's very
Gotcha.
stable. They say open it and put it in the fridge because that's a legal thing, but it's perfectly fine on the bench. The only time we've ever had it go off is someone when Western Australia left it in their car. It was 40 degrees outside, so it was 50 degrees. I'm talking Celsius here, sorry, in America. So it's about 104 or 100, no, it'd be more than that, it'd be like 110 in the car, and it fermented. So I don't have any trouble on your bench.
Yeah. Now you mentioned earlier, I came in really late.
That's okay.
But you were talking about a liquid, and I bought some. It hasn't come in yet. It's got a dropper with it.
I beg your pardon. Oh, Tehibo or colloidal silver?
Yes. No, the first one you said.
Tehibo. Tehibo.
So what is that for?
That's an immune support. I'll tell you about Tehibo. It's a fabulous product. It's just it's a good one to add if you just need a bit more QV. But it's a dropper, and it's the bark of the pau d'arco tree, which is the only tree in Amazon that does not grow mold. So it's antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial. You can put it anywhere on your skin if you have a cut or even a skin cancer. We've had people fix that, but I won't promise that with anybody, but you can certainly give it a whirl. It's also very good internally if you've got the cold or a flu or anything going on. It's part of your medicine kit.
I'm very familiar with that. So yeah, I didn't know that's what it was though. That's pau d'arco. I've used it a lot. I'm an herbalist, so.
Oh, you'll know pau d'arco then.
Yep.
That's
well, good. I'm excited to try the different things. I ordered several things. Like I said, the only thing I've tried so far was the body balance, and I haven't made it through a bottle yet.
A day, Darlene, and keep a record. Like you've probably got a health chart. You know, where are you with this, and this? Score out of 10. Drink it for a month at 120 mils a day, and then do the chart again. It's very enlightening.
Okay, that sounds good.
Sounds wonderful.
Well, I'm excited. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited that more people are going to drink Body Balance. Wayne Hillman, who put it together in the first place, had a dream that it will be in everybody's fridge. And now we've got a chance to have a whole lot more people have it in their fridge and drink it every day. And the world will be a better place because of it.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Christine, for coming and sharing that with us today. That was very enlightening for us who had no clue.
That's all right.
I will be honest, I had never heard of Lifeforce before. Tony, did you have another question?
Yeah, during our Christmas in July, do you know if they'll be featuring that as one of the special products that they'll be putting on for like double QV or, you know?
I have no idea, but what a great thing to do.
They might be struggling to supply it so quickly.
Yeah. Oh, who knows?
Yeah,
there's no corporates here, so
no,
that'll be a corporate question.
Yeah, that's a question for the people.
Maybe Tracy would have a clue.
Oh, Sean will know.
Yeah, Sean will. Yeah, Sean will. All right.
Well, it's been lovely to meet you all. I must say, it's lovely to have the community grow. We have a great community culture at Lifeforce that's been running for a long time. We all help each other. So I'm very pleased to be helping you and your group, and know that anyone else in Lifeforce would do the same. And we'll start to learn about your products as well. So
Yeah.
it's lovely to meet you all. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are. And we'll catch you again soon.
We will. So as I ask everyone here in Bronie's world to stay safe, stay informed, be empowered, but do not live in fear, my friends. When you're getting your body in balance, then you too will be powerful, beautiful, brilliant, and most definitely very brave. God bless you all. Catch you again tomorrow here in Bronie's world.
Thank you, Christine.
You're welcome.